Hi, everybody. Welcome to Daily Breaking. My name is Mauro DiPasquale. Daily Breaking is a WCCA TV, the People's Channel production. You're watching us live on cable channel 194 and also on Facebook. And we're streaming at WCCATV.com. And throughout the week, we're going to record today's program as we do all of our public service programs. And we'll be, playing them over the course of the week and the weekend for you. So if you missed it, you can tell your friends to watch it. Coming up next week on Daily Breaking, we're going to have Darcy Cook. She's the owner and president of Smash It 2. On Tuesday, we got Kristen Vartanian, a school teacher. And also on Wednesday, we have lined up on deck Michael Marchand. He's owner of Alfred Roy and Sons Funeral Home. And, all of our guests, this is the purpose of the show, talk really about their organization. So let their constituents, let their community know that they're still here, they're still going, they're still active, or what their plans may be, or just to share how they're addressing this COVID-19 pandemic crisis we find ourselves in. So we invite you out there to watch and to participate. And it's easy. You can be here at the station, or you can do it via Zoom or Skype. So we make it as easy as possible for you. So without further ado, I'm going to get into today's show. First up, we're going to have Debbie Maruka Hoke. And after Debbie, we're going to have Zach Combs from the Crocodile River Music Organization. So let's start with Debbie. Debbie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You can hear me okay, right? Everything's okay, audio-wise and everything? Great. Great.
I can hear you just fine.
And Debbie is the executive director for Habitat for Humanity Metro West / Greater Worcester. So Debbie, maybe you could tell our viewers a little bit about Habitat for Humanity, and especially about your particular organization where you are locally here.
Absolutely. So our Habitat for Humanity, we're located, our headquarters are in Worcester. We've been building in this area since 1985. We've built 52 homes, completed 52 homes at this point, and completed 35 home repairs on homes in the area. We cover 42 cities and towns in South Central Massachusetts. So wow. We go east as far as Natick and Wayland, and west out to the Brookfields. We go down to the Connecticut border, and north about Boylston is our northern border. So.
Wow, you got quite a reach. So when you say we cover, what exactly does Habitat for Humanity do in terms of what's your mission, and maybe you can talk about some of the programming that you offer.
Absolutely. So our primary mission is to eliminate poverty housing. So our goal is to build and repair affordable housing within the 42 cities and towns that we cover. We work in partnership with homeowner families. At the end of a build, the homeowner family has a 30-year mortgage that Habitat holds, and they repay that mortgage at very low to no interest, depending on the specifics of that home.
So 30-year, you say?
Typically, yes.
Yeah. And how does that work? Is do they eventually take it over, the mortgage, or at what point is that done?
Yeah, after they pay off the mortgage, after those payments are made, then the family owns that home outright.
Yeah, excellent. And out of those 42 cities, how many people have you, roughly, you may not have the numbers, but how many people have you been assisting with this?
So we've completed 52 homes,
Uh-huh.
And I would say on average, there's probably 4 people.
Yeah.
We average it all out per home. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
over 200 families
Yeah.
through our home build program. And then, as I said, we've done another 35 home repairs where we go in and do critical upgrades for people who are having trouble either with access or roof leaks, or problems that are making their homes make it so that if it was left that way, they wouldn't be able to stay safely in the home.
Right.
So making those repairs to allow people to stay safely in their homes.
Or
So
could cause problems.
That's right.
Right. So how does a person qualify for your kind of assistance? Is there a certain benchmark that you're looking for?
Yes, the population that we serve, their income level is at 30 to 60% of the area median income. So that's depends on what town they're in.
Mm-hmm.
The area median incomes are set by region. Those income levels in Worcester are slightly different than they are in, say, Framingham But those are published on our website, what all of the ranges are, and depend on the number of people in the home.
Yeah.
So the first criteria is that the income level is within that range. The second criteria is that there's a need based on the current living situation, which is a pretty low bar in Massachusetts at this point. Affordable housing is well known to be at crisis levels in Massachusetts. So, so the demonstrated need is not typically the hurdle. But then the other piece that is a requirement is that the family has to be willing to partner with Habitat. So they work on their own home or on another home or on other Habitat projects for up to 500 hours before moving into their home. And become, it's really it's a long-term relationship that we have with our homeowners. We work with them over the 30 years that they're repaying their mortgage, and then we stay in touch even after. Many of the homeowners who have completely paid off their mortgages, we are still in touch with.
Well, it's an amazing amount of work I'm sure you guys have confronted with. There's a lot of moving parts to what you're doing.
Yes.
Right? You have to look at qualified people, contractors and builders and that kind of thing.
We work with volunteers a lot as well.
Yeah.
Actually, it's one of the biggest part of our program is to bring community together. So we bring teams from area banks, from area corporations, neighborhood groups, church groups, colleges, the technical high schools. People from all over the area join in to help build these homes. And it really is a community building experience.
Yeah. And it's got to be great for the kids, especially if they're in Voc school or something like that, or they're learning the skills of building carpentry, electronics, and whatnot. There's an opportunity there for them that you're giving them.
Absolutely, those partnerships are really important to us, and they're really important to the schools. It's been a fantastic relationship.
What about materials and tools for volunteers and stuff like that? Do you also supply that?
We do. We supply all of the tools and all of the materials necessary and all the training. Come out to the build site. I always say my first day on a build site, I wasn't sure which end of the hammer to hold. And the folks on site talk you right through all of it.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of fundraising, a lot of grant applications, and seeking sponsorships, and a lot of events to help us. One of the other main ways that we actually generate revenues for our operations is through our 2 retail stores. We've got they're called Restore. And they are 2 retail stores where we accept new and gently used materials, building materials and supplies, appliances, furniture. They're open to the public, and all the proceeds from those operations go to help fund our mission.
Yeah. Where is that located?
So we've got one in Worcester at 640 Lincoln Street.
640, yeah.
And then we've got a second one in Ashland at 310 Pond Street.
Okay, 310 Pond Street in Ashland and 640 Lincoln Street in Worcester. So for our audience out there, if you're interested, it's a great way to help yourself if you're looking for materials and I think tools too, did you say? Would there be tools?
Tools, materials, hardware.
Yeah, so it's a great
doors,
way.
Furniture.
Yeah,
paint, all sorts of things.
So it's a great way to help yourself while helping the good folks at Habitat for Humanity help others with their mission and their work. How is all of this? I mean, obviously, you talked about events that you do for fundraising. You talked about the store. How has this all been affected by obviously it has been impacted by the COVID situation. So maybe you could talk a little bit about that and how, you're addressing that and still trying to keep your mission, keep your staff and volunteers safe.
So it's really turned everything on its head for, it's not only Habitat. I'm here to talk about Habitat, but all of the nonprofits in the area have really been turned on their head by this thing, because we are, on the one hand, providing extra support for our homeowner families, providing forbearance for mortgage payments, trying to work with folks as best we can. And on the other hand, had to close both of our retail operations and cancel our biggest fundraising events that happen in the spring. So we've lost the ability to generate about $500,000 between March and June, which really would have funded our operations for the next 6 months. So it's a giant impact on us. And we are reimagining what we're going to be doing moving forward because we don't see the opportunity to bring out groups to the build site for, in the near future. We have to keep our volunteers safe. We have to keep our staff safe. In the stores, we need to ensure that all of our customers are safe as well. So we're changing everything at this point.
Yeah. Everything is nebulous, changing day to day, and we really don't know what the requirements are, too. I mean, how many people can you have in a work site with the physical distancing, and what about sanitation stations throughout your facilities and projects? It is a mess, absolutely. We got about a little less than 5 minutes left. But what's some of your priority needs at this point? What are some of the priority needs that you are seeing from the community? Would it be mortgage forbearance? Because people are not working either. That's another situation. That they don't have that income coming in, but they have rent payments due or mortgages due. Are you guys addressing that in any way?
Yes, we've offered mortgage forbearance out to all of our homeowners, and we've, several have reached out to say, okay, they've been impacted. The majority actually have said we're okay right now, and we're gonna keep plugging, and do this as best as we can, and we will let you know as soon as we need the help. But there have been a few who have been really, they've been impacted. They've lost work. They've not been able to, to receive income for one reason or another, and they've requested forbearance. And we've offered up to 6 months of forbearance to help people right that ship again, and get back on track. So we're definitely offering that and working with our partner families that way. And our biggest needs really are just funding to keep our operations going. Typically I'd be sitting here saying we want volunteers to come out. We want people to come join us and swing a hammer and be involved in this process. And at this point, we can't say that. We'll be building with much smaller groups. We'll be building largely with staff, and we'll be doing similar things in our stores. So while our staff has been hard at work finding ways to ensure the safety, putting protocols in place for sanitation, and deeper cleaning, and making sure that we are protecting folks as they come back. We're looking for that online support. Check out our Facebook pages, check out our website, habitatmwgw.org, and we've been doing some online fundraising and online store sales just to help keep us going during this time.
Yeah, well, there's a lot there. I want to wish you well. You have your work cut out for you. So for questions out there, folks, if you're interested, if you have a question, maybe you have a mortgage through Habitat for Humanity, maybe you're looking for some assistance with building, or there's an issue with your home, or if you want to make a donation to support the great work that they're doing at Habitat for Humanity, I really encourage you to go to their website, habitatmwgw.org. That's habitatmwgw.org. And we're talking with Debbie Maruca-Hoke. She's the Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity here at Metro West. So any final words to our audience out there that you would like to convey on behalf of Habitat for Humanity?
We want people to stay safe, to stay healthy, and to understand the importance of having a home if you're going to shelter at home.
Yeah. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it and want to wish you well. In a quick 10 seconds, did we miss anything that you want to get out there?
I think we've got all of it. Thank you so much for having me. It was great to talk with you today.